Marco. No win in your last 3 league games. Is this match tomorrow night a really great opportunity to get all 3 points, given Villa's place in the table?
It's always a good opportunity to fight for the 3 points, to get points, to perform well. That is really important for us as well, and playing at home even more. But Premier League is always a good opportunity for that. But at the same time, that is a very good challenge, a tough challenge that we play against a very good team, individual quality players in my opinion, around all the pitch as well. And of course, because that we have to perform at our best level. If we want really to get the 3 points, we have to perform at our best level. Some of the things that we did last game, and did some in a very good way, we have to keep doing. Of course, the other things that we must improve, clear, the way we started last game, all that situations, of course, is matter for us to improve, to give the right steps, to be stronger as a team. And of course, if you perform at our best level, to avoid certain type of mistakes, of course, you are able to win the match.
Have you been concerned by your team's defensive displays of late? You must have been unhappy with how you conceded against Bournemouth, but also 4 goals against Newcastle, 3 against West Ham as well. Are you a bit concerned about that?
Of course, I don't like. But, if you ask me about Newcastle goals and West Ham goals, I have to go back again. But I'll repeat, but I have to say, because you are mentioned something that you know as well, that the 3 goals we considered against Newcastle, one was penalty and the other should be disallowed. And when you ask me something that if you consider 3 goals against West Ham, you should know that at least 2 they should be disallowed. And in football, you cannot score goals when you receive balls with the hand, or we take the ball forward with the hand as well. This is one thing. I'm not finding the excuses. Of course, I said to you straight away that I don't like. It's something that we are working to improve. I think last game is a good example. Game against Newcastle, we played with 10 man almost 90 minutes in that game. I think they were 2 particular games, of course. But if you look even before that games, in terms of goal conceded, we were not happy with, and I'm the first one. Regarding our last game, I have to agree with you, because that I started the press conference saying that we have to improve some things. The way you started the game is one of the things. You cannot concede a goal in the first minute of the game. After our kickoff and a throw-in for Bournemouth, they score after that. Of course, clear we have to improve in these situations. Moments that we were in numbers, in superiority in our back line, in our defensive process, not back line, we were 6 against 2 first moment and 6 against 4 the second goal as well. And even so, we consider the goals, of course, is something that we have to improve, because that I said that we have to perform at our best level. And when I'm saying about performance, is on the ball, is off the ball as well. We as a collective, we have to perform at our best level, because I'm sure if you perform at our best level, it will be a really tough game for Villa.
And speaking of your opponents tomorrow, Aston Villa, lots of pressure on Steven Gerrard at the moment due to results. You've had some tough moments yourself as a manager in the Premier League. Any advice you would be giving to Steven Gerrard and his position right now?
I had tough moments. I have very good moments as well. And I prefer to highlight the good moments that I had. The people sometimes put all the focus in the things that is not important. For us as a manager, we like to highlight just sometimes in 18 months you have 1 or 2 bad moments, and you like to highlight just 1 or 2 bad moments. I prefer to look in a different way, to be much more positive. Even in sub clubs, when we had that tough moment, before that we have so good moments that you have to take from your career and make you a better manager as well. And some tough moments make you better as well. I think I'm 100% sure that Steven Gerrard knows how to deal with the situation. He has all the experience as a football player. Of course, as a manager, he has some experience as well. You know how to deal. Like all of us, we know it. When you are in this job, we have to enjoy really. You know that the people will put all the highlight like you did right now about myself in the tough moments. But our career is so long. Even if you are a young manager, it's really long. I'm managing more than 10 years, 10 seasons already. And I know the good moments I had as well, and I look for that. All the other moments make me stronger for sure and make me better every single day. Is the pressure that I put in myself, and we have to live with this pressure. And this pressure that we normally is behind us has to be a privilege. For me, it's a privilege. I know that for Steve is a privilege as well, because we love our job and we want really to challenge and to be with our football players to prepare the better way we can our teams.
And speaking of good moments, Aston Villa performed very well in the first hour against Chelsea in particular. Do you feel like there are lots of good moments that you saw there from his side that you feel you focused on in terms of your preparation for the game tomorrow night?
We analyze them, of course, like we do with all the teams. We analyze them. We know what they are capable of. I know that individual point of view, they have really high quality in my opinion. They are a team that they can play with two different formations during a game. Even they have some players that they can make the difference if they start or not a game. They can make the team a little bit different. I'm not saying if they are better with one or the other, but they can make their team a little bit different. Of course, you are ready for it. We analyze them. We prepare ourselves for the situation, and they have quality. Definitely, they have quality. I think the last game, even if they didn't get points from the last game, I think they show it. The chances they created during the game, most of the game they control a team like Chelsea the way they did it. They were really dangerous in all the moments. They arrive in the final third and show their quality. Of course, we know their strengths. You know some weakness that we should explore as well. And you are ready for tomorrow's match.
And just one last question from me. What did you think to Jurgen Klopp's comments about Manchester City, Newcastle, PSG? He was talking about those ownership models becoming sort of increasingly impossible to compete with. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I will not comment what Jurgen said about his situation. It's his opinion, and even I don't know all the comments he made.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Marco. First of all, a bit of team news. Is there any updates or any players who were injured who might be back in contention this time around?
Yeah, we had the situation with Kenny Tete that we keep assessing him. Will be difficult for him to be on the squad list, but again we have to assess it a bit more and after to decide the situation. And all the other players still the same. The players they were available for the last match, they still available for this match.
I'm just looking at your opponents. A lot of focus on their form, lack of results. I've seen some quotes from Ollie Watkins, one of their players. He says they've been very unlucky in their matches, and he starts talking about their expected goals and that they haven't actually converted them into goals. So how much stock do you put in that sort of thing, in luck or XG and that sort of thing? And is that something that players and managers can fall back on?
And I understand what he tried to say or to explain when talk about luck. Of course, the last game is a good example when you talk. Of course, we have to be effective. We have to be ruthless in this sport, and when you play against certain type of teams, the chances you create normally we should score to be a little bit more effective. But looking for their last game, I'm not talking about lucky or not, but of course they deserve much more from the game. Probably is what he tried to say about it, because they created so many chances that game. They control most of the game, and they can go a little bit back and to see, but not just with them. I think what we did last game at home here as well, our second half probably deserved more from the game, and we took just 1 point. But football is like that. We play in both boxes. We have to be strong on the ball, but we have to do the same off the ball as well. And you know that when you are in a good moment, the simple things they come easily, if I can say. When you are not so confident, sometimes it's more difficult. It's part of the teams to deal with the situation as more as they can and to perform the best they can as well.
Just talking about taking those chances, being ruthless. Of course, Alexander Mitrovic came back in the last game. He scored the penalty. As the season goes on, how much more and more of a concern is it? Even though he's playing fantastically well, scoring goals, that the other players haven't yet chipped in with the volume of goals that you'd like them to so far this season?
But they will come, of course. I had this conversation several times last season. Many times you were asking me if will be just Mitro and Mitro and Mitro, and we. I know that it was a different competition, but Mitro scored 43, 44, and we as a team we score more than 100 goals. That shows that we share the goals with our attacking line for sure around them, our offensive midfielder, central defenders, whatever. We share the goals with the others. Of course, he's our top goal scorer. I'm not sure, but at the end of the season probably will be our best scorer again, because the capacity that he has, because he's playing when he's available almost all the games as well, and the way we will keep providing for him chances, in the way you play, he will have chances to score, and I think with his capacities, with his ability in the box to score, he will keep scoring. About to share the goals with the others, we'll keep working on it, but I have to remind you that we scored 3 goals away from home against Forest, and Mitro didn't score, and we won the game. Against West Ham, we lost the game with 2 goals that should be disallowed, and Mitro didn't play, and we scored a goal as well away from home. It's not a bad thing as well. Of course, all the focus is on him, and he's nice. He's good for us. It means that we have a very good player in that position. That we have all the trust on him, and he's a really important player for us. The others, they should score more. I agree with you as well. Around him, and our wingers, they should pop up much more to score important goals for us, and all that situations. Our offensive midfield, see that Andreas to win a goal against West Ham, he scored finally his first goal this season, and all those players they start to pop up now.